Trevor, we'll just get your thoughts on the new rules coming to the CFL next couple seasons.
Yeah, I think maybe a bit of an overreaction yesterday by some people, but I mean, shoot, it's still 3 downs. There's still 12 people on the field. Field's still 65 yards wide. The end zone's still bigger than 10 yards. It's going 15. It's still Canadian football. There's still going to be onside punts and all the crazy plays, and shoot, I mean, it's the same game. The only thing that changes is really just field goal returns. But the other return game hasn't been affected. You're always going to have kickoff returns. You're still going to have the 5-yard halo returns. So the game has not changed. I mean, it's still the Canadian Football League, and we got 9 Canadian teams in Canadian cities, and so we got smart people at the top that know what they're doing. We're employees. I wouldn't tell an employer how to run their business and what to do, and so I'm just grateful to be in this league and have an opportunity to play in front of these fans and in this country, and so I'm just grateful to be here. And whatever the rules are, we should adjust to them and trying to bend them into your advantage. And so I know there's probably some people upset, but it is what it is, and we have people at the top making decisions, and we have to trust that they know what they're doing, and I'm one of those people that I trust them.
Are you excited about the goalposts getting moved as a quarterback?
I neither hate it nor love it. I have seen people run into it, which is pretty wild, but yeah, I mean, it does. You do kind of talk about it when you're backed up. You can't really work the field because maybe it's in the way, or I know some teams use the field goal post as a weapon or a deterrent or whatever it may be, and some DBs try and hide behind it, and so the little things like that you'll miss and be able to say remember when sort of situation. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good thing for the league.
We talked a few weeks ago about the rounded off end zone in Montreal and how you strategize around that. The stadiums will all be uniform pretty soon. What are your thoughts on the standardization there?
I love that. That's great. And so, like I said, I think we have great people at the top that know what they're doing, and so I'm excited about the rule changes. And who knows if old people like me will be around, but I know that there's good people in the league that understand what's good for the league, and I'm just excited to, like I said, just be a part of it. And the fact that Montreal's stadium will be the exact same as everybody else is pretty cool.
What about the timing aspect with the 35-second clock running? How do you think that is going to roll out or influence what you do, quarterbacks do, offenses do?
I think it allows for more smooth operation for the game instead of sometimes teams will substitute and then the other team will substitute and they got to hold the play clock. I don't think that there's going to be any more of that per se. But again, there's always going to be rules that you can take advantage of, or they can deter you from certain things. And so whatever the rules are and whatever they adjust to, you just got to do your best with them. And I'm not sure if that adds time between plays or decreases it, or if it's somewhere in the middle. Yeah, it's still pretty cool. And the other thing I love about the CFL game is the 3-minute thing. I think the NFL should adopt what we do here, because that last 3 minutes of a CFL game, there's nothing like it in sports, man. And so the fact that we don't lose that either is pretty darn cool, because you could be down. I've seen 3 scores before, in 4 minutes, and it ain't over. And so this league's tremendous, and it's in great hands for the future as well.
Trevor, after the Montreal game, AJ Ouellette said, we've got to come back from this bye week and make sure that we're ready to peak at the right time. How do you manage that?
Yeah, this is the time of the year that we're all talking about, throughout all year, building to be the team that we need to be. And, there's always going to be times where you maybe play a little bit better, you play a little bit worse, you maybe take a step back, figuring out who you are and what you need to be. But this final stretch is the stretch. This is where we need to start playing our best football and start trending toward who we want to be as a team. And I expect us to. I really like this club. I like the genetic makeup, the DNA of this team in terms of who they brought in, who we have as leaders, and yeah, I think we're in good shape. But yeah, it's important for us to continue to have great practices every day, because I think I'm one of the people that I believe practice translates immediately to how you play.
Endurance athletes, if you're talking running or swimming or whatever the case may be, they have in their training certain checkpoints that they want to reach along the way, so that they ensure that they've reached the peak when it comes time to be playing or performing at their peak. Is that the same with a football team and an individual on a football team?
I think so. Not that you ever pace yourself, because I think in football it's a 1-week sprints, but you definitely want to make sure that your body and team is in the proper shape to get through the times in the season where maybe it's a little clunky. And I think we went through maybe a 3-4 game stretch where it was a little clunky for us, not playing our best football. But I think we come out of that and we play our best football this last 5 and kind of get ready for that home stretch, the part of the mile or distance run where you really stretch it out and really, try and, sprint to the finish.
How have you seen Edmonton change from when Cody made his first start here to where they're at now?
You know, I've always thought Cody Fajardo's a great quarterback. Been a defender of him. I love him, and he's a great guy, good man of faith as well. And so he's somebody I've been, you know, in touch with, you know, throughout my career. I was with him in Toronto actually many moons ago, and so he's proven himself year after year, and you know, people continue to count him out, and he's done a great job as a quarterback over there. He does a good job of taking what the defense gives him and using his legs when he needs to, and he puts them in a position where they have a chance to win every week. And so we know that this is going to be a tough game. They have great personnel, they have great coaches, they have great scheme, and they've got guys that really want to fight. And so we know it's going to be a 60-minute battle this week.
Do you expect a desperate team from them? They're getting close to maybe missing playoffs again if they have any more losses.
I don't care. That's about us.
You've had a chance to play with and against Mike Rose. How nice is it not to have to encounter him as an opponent?
Yeah, he's one of those guys where you got to know where he's at as a D lineman, and sometimes, you know, you'd slide a pro to him, and you know, if you create one-on-one mismatches for him, it can be a problem all year. And so one of those guys where when I heard we were in on him and he was coming to Regina, it was exciting times. You know, shoot, you got a defensive line that we have, you know, they can really wreak some havoc for sure.
Riley has one, and then we'll wrap. How did you spend your bye week?
I was here. I spent about 4 days out here on the field, getting some work in with the guys that are kind of rehabbing and coming back. And because last bye, when I came out of the bye, I felt like, you know, I threw a ton for day A, day 1, day 2, and I felt like my arm was a little bit sore because I wanted to give my arm a little bit of a break because you know, I was having a little bit of shoulder tightness going on. But this bye week, I wanted to really kind of keep it moving, keep treatment going on my whole body, and make sure that I feel like well-oiled coming into this final stretch. Because, like I said, we got to be playing our best ball, and I want to be able to put ourselves in a position to win each and every game.